Dubai tax-free residency is now on easy mode. There are more opportunities than ever for you to move to Dubai and the UAE or just have it as a plan B residency. We have a lot of clients that are still living in their Western countries, in the UK, in the European Union, in the US, and they want to have a plan B somewhere else in the world that is stable, safe, developed, and potentially zero tax as well. And they get a UAE golden visa, for example, where they don't need to go to the UAE every single year or every 6 months, and they have that as a plan B. So all the options that you can get right now, specifically if you're high net worth or ultra high net worth, or even you're becoming a high net worth individual, because we have, for example, clients that are 25 years old, they started their business recently and now they're making 100K a month, 150K a month, and they know that within a year, they're gonna be making $500,000, $1 million a month. They're gonna be a high net worth individual. If you're on that come up, and also, if you're already wealthy, what are the visas that you can get? So there's the standard 10-year golden visa by investment. If you buy a property worth 2 million dirham, which is around 550,000 US dollars or more, any property that is built at that price or valued at that price, you're gonna get a golden visa, and your whole family as well is going to get a golden visa. And you can also sponsor maids, drivers, home workers, and so on. So that one is pretty straightforward. You don't need to go to the UAE. And we have some clients, for example, we have a client from the US who bought a couple of properties in the UAE, got a UAE golden visa, and now rents those properties out. And they're pretty good for long-term as well as short-term rentals. So we do both long-term rentals for around 8% return, and also short-term rentals, sometimes even higher than that 8% return. And also it's tax-free. Now, you need to be careful because obviously that rental income is tax-free in the UAE. But if you're living in Canada or Australia or the US or any high-tax country, you're going to be paying that rental income tax back home because you're living there. But in UAE, it's not taxed. So we have clients that are living all over the world. They're nomads. They have a tax residency in the UAE or anywhere else that is tax-free, or they don't have any tax residency. They have Dubai and UAE as their main home. They have that rental income and it's completely tax-free. And some of them actually live off that rental income from 5 or 6 properties. If you don't want to invest in property, you can also invest in a business, whether that business is yours or somebody else. If you invest 2 million dirham, 550K USD or more into your own business or into somebody else's business or into a fund or any kind of investment, that also qualifies you for the 10-year golden visa, where you don't even need to be in the UAE all throughout those 10 years, and you can always renew it. And the great thing is, if the UAE ever launches a permanent residency or citizenship program in the future, obviously UAE golden visa holders are going to be the ones that are first to qualify for that. Now, if you want to buy an off-plan property, a property that is not built yet, that is going to be built in the near future, in the next 3 years, 5 years in some cases, you can invest a lot less and still get a 10-year golden visa. I recently had a client who bought an off-plan property with around 50% completion, and he also got a golden visa through that property. Even though he hasn't paid the full amount, he's paying in installments, and the property will not be done until 2027. So even if the property is not done yet, if it's going to be done in the future, you can also qualify for a 10-year golden visa, and you don't even have to pay the full amount. So let's say you get an off-plan property, you make some installment payments. Let's say you make around 800,000. So 800,000 dirham is around 220,000 USD or so. You make those payments. You still haven't completed the full amount. The property is still not finished yet. You can anyway get the UAE golden visa and then just wait for the property to be finished while you're living in some other country or while you're renting a property in the UAE, figuring out what region you want to live and so on. And really quick, I've started a private email list called the Wealthy Expat Inner Circle. If you want to get value directly from me, private citizenship, private tax optimization, private asset protection programs, only available through that email list. Make sure to go to the link in the description, put in your name and your email, and you'll get it directly from me. When you're buying an off-plan property, I do recommend you to be very careful with the developer that you choose. Only choose reputable developers like Emar, Shoba, Damak. Don't use some random first project developers, because I've had some clients that have bought some off-plan properties that were supposed to be done in 2024 and they're still not done. And then it's going to be 2026 and they're still not done, and so on and so forth. And there are some projects that are legitimately never completed, or they're completed 5 years after they were supposed to be completed. So you want to be very careful buying an off-plan property. Make sure you stick to the top developers. Another way to get a 10-year golden visa is by nomination. I recently made a video on the 10-year Ras Al Khaimah visa, which is basically you show that you're a high net worth individual, or you are going to contribute to the country in some way, or you have a large business somewhere else, or you have investments somewhere else. So let's say you have even crypto investments, you have stock investments, you have real estate investments in another country. You don't want to pass those investments over to the UAE yet. You don't want to make the 2 million dirham investment. You can anyway still get a golden visa in Ras Al Khaimah by nomination. It's going to cost you around 50,000 USD in fees, but you're going to go through that process the same way as if you invested the 2 million dirham without making the investment, just by showing a good profile and a good investment record and a clean overall history for yourself. You can anyway get that golden visa and you get the same perks as if you invested. You can sponsor your whole family, you can sponsor home staff, you don't need to go to the UAE, and you can get all the zero tax benefits, 0% personal income tax, 0% crypto tax, 0% capital gains tax, and although I can't talk about this too much, there are ways of paying 0% corporate tax as well. But if you want to find out about those, you need to book a call with us or click the link in the description for our inner circle. I'll send you all the info there. Now, if those don't appeal to you, or if you're actually going to run a business in the UAE, because remember, there is a 9% corporate tax. If you have a business in the UAE and it's making more than 100K in profit per year, yes, there is the small business relief. I talk about that in a recent video, but still, you're going to be paying 9% tax. So if you're ready for that 9% tax, if you're paying 45% somewhere else and you think 9% is amazing and you're living in a very developed, safe place, you can open up a business and then get a 2-year visa that way. We've done hundreds of these visas. You can open up a company, you sponsor yourself under that company, and then you get residency and an Emirates ID, and you can open up a bank account. We can help you with the entire process. We've literally done this hundreds of times. So have many happy client testimonials. The problem with this residency permit by business is that you need to go to the UAE every 6 months. So you cannot just disappear for a year, go somewhere for 10 months, go to Bali for 8 months, and then, oh, I need to go to UAE, because when you come back to UAE, one of the requirements of the visa is that you need to be in UAE every 180 days. Therefore, your visa and your residency are going to get canceled. Only do this if you really see yourself going to the UAE, becoming a tax resident, actually running your business, because you will need to sign up for corporate taxes, VAT, you will need to do accounting. So there's a lot more requirements for this one specifically. Now, the good thing about this is that you can start a business and then you can upgrade to a golden visa by investing into that business. So if you think that the business is going to make a significant amount of money and you're going to invest a lot of money into that business later on, then you can always upgrade to a golden visa, which essentially means canceling your old visa and then getting the new one. And lastly, 2 more golden visas that you might potentially qualify for are, one, the content creator visa. If you have a large following on Instagram, on YouTube, and you want to get a visa like this, for example, Jordan Welsh, one of my friends, he got this particular visa. Very simple. He has a huge YouTube channel, millions of subscribers, huge videos, and obviously he made a video about his lifestyle in Dubai as well. Very easy to qualify if you have a large audience, and you can do it directly in Dubai. In that case, you don't need to go to a place like Ras Al Khaimah, for example. And the last one would be if you have a super yacht of over 40 meters, you can also qualify for the Abu Dhabi Super Yacht Golden Visa. If you have a huge yacht and you want to park it in Abu Dhabi, you would also get a 10-year visa. Now, why I love this visa is because it's going to inspire other countries to potentially launch their own yacht visa. So for example, Greece might launch a program like this. Italy, Malta might potentially launch a program for super yacht owners, or at least yacht owners, maybe 25 meters, which is achievable for most millionaires. You can get a yacht of that size, and then you get a golden visa as well. So for now, it's 40 meters or above, which is obviously a 10 million or more yacht. If you buy a used, you can get it for less, but it's going to be a significant investment. If you have a yacht like that, I have some clients that have yachts of that size, you can easily get a 10-year golden visa as well. If you want to find out more about this easy UAE golden visa that I mentioned by nomination, where you can just pay 50K in fees and you would get a 10-year golden visa, you want to check out this video right here on all the details. I made a video and a lot of people absolutely loved it, and how you can get a golden visa by nomination very easily. Just show a good profile, pay the 50K, and get it right here.